Ryan Jarrell here for MMA News, and my next guest will be back in action September the 28th at UFC Paris when he takes on Nassourdine Imavov. And of course, it is Brendan Allen back on the program. Brendan, how are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to talk to you again. I first want to start with your thriving promotion, All In Combat. You guys are 6 shows in now. How do you feel about the progression of the promotion so far?
I mean, it noise wise, it grew really fast. It had a lot of eyes and talk and everything like that. But just at this point right now, I just had to take a break and focus on me. My fights are more important. My family's a little bit more important. So, yeah, for now, I'm just focusing on my fights and trying to get this belt. Uh, that's what matters to me.
Okay. So no show date for your next one right now. You're pressing pause on that for the time being.
Yeah, just for now, man. Like I said, I need to focus on me and my training, and then my family. Outside of that, it's hard to focus on training, getting ready for a belt, family, house, kids. Like, it's a lot. So,
Yeah.
that's a lot, and then add business on top of that. It's like you can't do it. It's too much.
Gotcha. Well, there'll be a day where you can focus more on the promotion. Hopefully, I mean, you still got a long time left to fight, so that'll be down the line where you can dive into that more. How is the family life? You know, with the girls, everyone good, everyone healthy?
Yeah, man, family's good. Everyone's doing good. Just busy as hell, man. School's about to start. Having another one in December. So yeah, just getting ready to do it all over again.
Another girl.
No, I have a son coming with me and my wife are having a son.
Good for you, man. Do you have a name picked out?
Yeah, we're naming him after my dad and my brother. So James.
Very cool. Well, congratulations. December. So is it mid-December, late December? And how is that going to affect your want to maybe fight at the end of the year again?
Oh, I'm not fighting at the end of the year again. I'm good. I'm fighting September and I'm done for the year. I'm hunting. I'm gonna go spend time with my family, get ready for to meet my son. Yeah, I won't fight again until I don't know, probably April,
Okay.
March, April. Two times a year is where I'm at right now. So we'll see how long that lasts. But for now, it's a lot different. So
Very good, man. Well, I'm excited to see you climb back in the octagon here again, September the 28th. Before we transition and talk about the big fight with Imavov, I wanted to recap the fight with Chris Curtis, man. I mean, what a gritty, gutsy performance. He really dug deep there and won that, 5 rounds. What is it about Curtis that is so difficult stylistically?
he's just like a brute, man. He's small but wide. He knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of experience. His style is his style, and we always seem to do it on short notice. We never get a full camp for one another. Um, yeah, I mean, I still think 9 times out of 10 I beat him. I still think that fight wasn't as close as everyone said, especially based on the how it's supposed to be judged. But um, yeah, it is what it is. I clearly won. I know I clearly won. He knows I clearly won. Um, yeah. So everyone else just talks.
Did he verbalize that to you afterwards? You guys seem to have a pretty good rapport with one another, or at least like a healthy respect for one another. What was there any dialogue post fight?
Man, I like Chris a lot. Obviously, he's a competitor just like myself, but as a person, I think Chris is really solid, a really solid human. I don't remember right after the fight, but I know his coach said that like come up to me and said you won that fight, like clear. So I know I won that fight. We both name a fight that Chris hasn't talked directly after, saying like I won, like I was gypped or whatever. Like you didn't see that for months for until months from him. So but I understand it's whatever. You got to play it off. You have to do whatever you have to do as a competitor to get out of your brain. And I don't know, however everyone processes emotions, and I don't know. That could be his way, but I know I won. He knows I won. You watch the fight. I clearly won based on judging. So it is what it is. I know I won.
One of the things that really stuck out to me in that fight is last time I checked, Chris had the best takedown defense in the division, and you had 6 takedowns against him. What does that say about, your grappling, your wrestling, and how you've evolved?
I just never want to use it. I didn't even train wrestling, or I did 3 jiu-jitsu classes before that fight because I was supposed to fight someone else. I was injured and I didn't want to hurt the injury any worse. So I wasn't even really training to go that route for the fight before. So and again, his stature is super hard. Like he's a short, compact, like explosive guy. Like those are hard guys to get around. When you're longer, you have to create more space. Shorter, explosive guys don't need that space, and they obviously have the explosion to turn quicker and things like that. So, yeah, I don't know. The skills are always there. It's just about if I if I actually put it in my brain to show it or not.
Gotcha. Again, the one other thing that stuck out to me is the cardio, man. Like, did you learn a little bit more just about how darn good your cardio is?
No, I mean I hear like I've seen like I was dead tired in the fifth. Like, fuck, who pushed the pace the whole fight? Like who were tit for tat on the field, but I was walking forward a lot. I shot a lot. I was looking to change positions. I was forcing the clinch. Like I pushed the pace. He had his normal style. He moves forward slowly. He backs up some. His movements are really slow and he explodes sporadically. Whereas mine was just kind of more of a consistent go, but I was consistent and then I had to burst as well. So I mean fuck. I mean 25 minutes with a guy like that is like how are you not tired? And still, like, I wasn't dead tired because still I finished the round strong. Like, yeah, I shot and he stuffed 2 of them in the fifth because they were lazy. But he didn't do nothing with it. He wasn't hitting me like, okay, every time I shoot, it was 30 seconds gone. 30 seconds gone. I could see it on the big monitor. 30 seconds gone. All right, easy enough. So yeah, I like I said, I know it's there. I know it's nothing that I haven't done before, like 5 rounders, 3 rounders, big fights, little fights. Like it's nothing I haven't done. I'm not. It's not new to me. So, um, maybe it surprises some people. Maybe it doesn't. Still, people talk shit. Still, they don't. Whatever. I don't really take into it too much anymore.
Well, regardless, man, big win over a very tough opponent. So congrats to you there. I also wanted
Thank
to
you.
ask you about Belal Muhammad capturing the welterweight title. I mean, that's your boy. How excited were you to see that? Did you expect the fight to play out the way that it did?
Man, I am beyond ecstatic for B. He's earned that. He's worked his ass off. He deserves it. Um, I really did. I told everyone that, excuse me, if he wasn't caught by something just crazy by Leon, which Leon's not that kind of guy, not that kind of guy to begin with. But if he did, that would be the only way Leon won. Like other than that, Bilal had too much confidence, too much skill, too much self belief to lose that fight. Like he wasn't losing that fight, and he showed just that. So yeah, he deserved it. He earned it. He worked his butt off for that. He manifested it. He did everything that he was supposed to do in order to get that title, and he finally got his shot, and he totally capitalized. So super motivating um, to watch, super motivating to continue to watch. Him as a champion, how he handles it, his his Twitter his Twitter beefs, and yeah, man, I love Bilal. He's a he's one of the best humans I've probably ever met in this game, and I couldn't be more happy for him.
Now, I know he's your guy, so I'm expecting. I already know what your answer is going to be, but the middleweight division, much like the welterweight division, very deep, a lot of killers in there. Do you think he can have a long title run? Is this guy that can hang on to the belt for a while?
I do. I think it's as long as he wants it. As long as he's motivated and hungry, I think he can hold it as long as he wants. Just because he has the skill, it's just um, I haven't personally been in the situation of obviously being champion yet at that level, but they say there's a lot of switches that need to be flipped in the way that you translate your thinking in order to find a different motivation and hunger. So I think as long as he does that and continues to want it, I think he'll be just fine. He has such a strong fight IQ. He's good everywhere. He knows what to do. He knows what to do and when to do it. So, um, yeah, I really think he can.
Did he tell you any information about like how much he's grown since training with Habib? Obviously, one of the all time greats. Like it seems like you could see it in that fight with Leon. Did he talk to you a little bit about that?
Not really. Like he talks about like how good the pushes are when he trains with them and stuff like that. But like he just talked about the training. Like we talked about like the differences in training with them versus like most of other teams or other trainings that we've done together and stuff like that. But like Bilal's always been good, man. He's always been hungry. He's always been motivated. He's always been disciplined. Ever since I've known him, what 6, 7 years ago, he's always been like that. So, um, to me, maybe it helped with his confidence a little bit, maybe. But B's always been exactly what you see right now. Like I said, he's always been disciplined and motivated. Always, always.
Who do you think his toughest opponent at 170 would be? Do you think it's Shavkat?
I think so. I think that would be his toughest test that he could get right now. I think, yeah, I would say him. Jack's pretty good too, but I think B's got enough IQ to be able to do whatever he wants there. Jack's not like a huge guy physically, so yeah, I think Shavkat would be his hardest test right now.
Well, I'm excited to see what's next for him. I've always liked Belal, so it was cool to see him get that title, and he's got a lot of big fights around the corner. Let's talk a little bit about the 185 division. Obviously, UFC 305 is next weekend. Title fight, DDP and Izzy. Who do you see winning that fight? How's it end?
To be honest, I really don't care. I don't like either one of them, so I don't care. I'm gonna watch it, of course, because it's I want to see, but I don't care. I think we'll see what Izzy comes back and how he's been. I mean, I think that's a big tell. What Izzy comes back? Is it a resurged, re-energized Izzy, or is it like I don't know if I want to be here? Than Izzy. It's easy to talk it. It's easy to watch it. It's easy to fake it, but you can't fake it when it's fight time. That you can't fake. So that's the only time we'll know for sure. Um, obviously, Dricus is super confident. He's at the height of his career. Um, he's super confident, insanely confident, insanely lucky. So I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't really care who wins, but we're definitely gonna see. I'm gonna tune in.
Gut feeling, like what's the first name that comes to mind? Like who do you, if you had to bet on it, where would you lean?
To me, it just depends on what Izzy comes back. If it's the motivated Izzy, I would say Izzy.
Okay.
If it's the Izzy that fought like Paulo um or Alex the last time they fought, like that that's a tough Izzy to beat, man. A motivated, determined, focused Izzy is he's tough, man. He's talented. Um, so yeah, I would say that Izzy, but if it's like the lackluster one, I don't think he's gonna win. I think is Dricus is just gonna keep pushing the pace and pushing the pace and pushing and basically try to do what Sean did to him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm excited to watch it. Another fight, a big fight was rebooked. Robert Whitaker, Hamzat Shemaev. What is your initial thoughts on that fight if it actually does happen?
They want they want Cumshot to win so bad and fight for a belt, but I don't know how that's gonna work because I don't even think he's got a visa. I don't think he can fight anywhere outside of like Abu Dhabi or something. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I used to be a big fan of Robert. I'm not really anymore, but I used to be a big fan. I don't know. It's like when I get maybe it's one of those things. Um, how the idols become your rival type thing, and like now I just like I don't fuck with any of y'all. I want y'all all to know that I don't fuck with any of y'all. So I don't know. I just mind my business and try to stay to myself. just because I don't want any problems with nobody. But as soon as someone asks me something, I'm gonna answer it how I want to answer it, and then they're gonna feel some type of way and whatever. I don't know. I just try to stay out of it. That's why I don't do a whole lot of interviews and I don't answer a whole lot of questions just because I don't want to be into the political bullshit. Like I don't know.
Well, I always appreciate you making time for me, my man. It means a lot. And I think that's the mindset that you have to have where you're at now. I mean, you keep climbing the division, you're getting closer and closer to a title shot. When you look back at the young Brendan Allen versus, who you are now, is it just leaps and bounds better as far as the mental side of things go and how you look at the game and the opponents?
Yeah, I think it's just yeah, the approach that I have. It's just all, I think it was all mental. I think um the mental has allowed me to even um grow, physically and stuff like that. Um so for me it's been all mental. Like I said, I think the mental has allowed me to grow and show more of myself as well as get better in other aspects of myself, technical and everything like that. So yeah, it's the growth mentally has been crazy, but it's been great and it's paying off right now. I just got to make sure I try to stay on the same path and not think I'm too good for it or I don't need it no more because I'm doing good. Like I just got to try to keep focused and stay growing, and that's why I think it's like a big part of who you keep around you that helps. So
Yeah, and I've always thought that you're one of the most well-rounded fighters in the division. And again, with where you're at now, when you look at those top guys, Drickus, Izzy, Strickland, Whitaker, Chimaev, yourself, like, is there one or two guys that stand out that you feel like would be maybe more of a difficult puzzle to crack, like more of a tough task stylistically for you? I mean, because I know you can fight wherever it goes, but like, is there one or two guys that you feel like, okay, I need a full camp for this guy just to be the best version of myself?
I mean, for me, I need a full camp every time to be the best version of myself. I don't train where I live, and especially recently, like injuries had kept me to where I can't really train or do anything after the fight for a month or two. So, um, yeah, I definitely need full camps now. But everyone's good at this level. There's not any scrubs. They're all really good. They're all top notch. I think maybe the trickiest one might be maybe Whitaker. I think maybe he would be the trickiest one. But I mean, obviously, I believe I could beat anyone in the world on any day. And don't get me wrong, I can be caught by anyone in the world on any day. But in my head, I feel that the only way I lose is to be caught, or I just don't show up and lose to myself. But fuck, isn't that everyone? Probably everyone feels that way at this level. So, um, yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. I just as long as I'm myself, um, as long as I don't lose to myself, only way I can lose is to be caught. And that can happen to anyone on the planet. So it's just an acceptance, I guess. Like I accept it. I hope it doesn't happen, but I accept it if before we even go in there. So if it does happen, I mean, fuck, it sucks, it hurts, but um, it is what it is.
I I love that mindset, man. I appreciate the lengthy answer there. Tell me how's camp been thus far at Kill Cliff? Do you have anyone specific, or will you have anyone specific to help get you ready and mimic Imavov?
To be honest, I've just been focusing on me. I haven't even fully watched tape or studied yet. I'll probably do that next week. Um, but so far it's just been me getting back in the swing of things, trying to get my body adapting, and it's all right. We still got 7 weeks from tomorrow, so still plenty of time. Normally, I'd be getting to camp right now, or probably about right this week. Next week, I would be coming. So, um, here a little bit longer, coming around the corner. My body's starting to change for the better now. So, it's all right. Mimic. I'm just Tugo can mimic anyone. Um, and more so, I just prepare mentally wise. So I mentally prepare for him to be faster and stronger and quicker and more technical. Like I prepare for a monster mentally. That way, there's nothing new when it happens. The mental reps that take place on a high level makes it feel like I've fought 100 times before we even fight, and there shouldn't be any surprises come fight night. He doesn't do anything extravagant. There's nothing extravagant about him. Um, so
You look like maybe you're coming into this camp a little bit more muscular. Have you put on more muscle for this fight? Are you walking around heavier?
fuck, I'm always walking around heavier. I get older, I get fatter, I eat more. No, I think I came in this cut like 3 pounds lighter than last time, 3.5 pounds lighter or something like that. I was still big though, still big. It's just been different to come off. Just like I said, getting older, trying to figure things out, trying to be smart, adapting to my body, like my body adapting to injuries and workloads and diets, and it's just different. But we'll see. We'll see. I should get there. Like I think I'm sitting okay right now. All my nutritionists tell me I'm sitting good. Well, my nutritionist says we're sitting good. So as long as he says we're sitting good, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And again, UFC Paris, you're the co-main event. Have you ever been to Paris before, or will this be your first time?
Unfortunately, this will be my first time and my last.
Your first and your last. So
Oh,
you're not excited to go over there.
not at all. Not at all.
All right. I mean, some people feel like, it's a beautiful area, maybe do some sightseeing. This is just a business trip for you. You're going there to fight, get on the plane, and come back home.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, talk around to more people and you realize like the place is like supposed to be like really racist and they don't like anyone else but like French people. Like they're very to their own people, like which is cool. I respect it. But I'm to mine. I'm the same way for mine. So
Mhm.
I'm the first one to flick somebody off or tell them to go fuck themselves. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not big into traveling anyway. I'm American. I like America. Um, this is the land that I was born on. This is the land my family defended. Like, I don't give a fuck to anyone else's land, to be honest. I just don't. So, um, yeah, I don't care. I'm just going there to silence them or make them boo and um, beat their boy up and hopefully get a title shot.
Now, I know you wanted a main event fight, right? What was your mindset to be, to take this 3 round fight versus a 5 round fight? Is how is that going to change your game plan going in?
I mean, some people just need all the deck in their favor to try and win, but it's not going to be enough. I'm still going to win. I'm still going to do everything, man. I accepted the 5 rounds. I asked for the 5 rounds. Um, I asked. I still don't understand the whole. I've heard the explanations, but I still don't agree or understand it. But above my pay grade, I just I think it's bullshit that a 10-12 guy is a main event over a 4-7 where we have title contentions that are possibly surrounding our fight. So and I think it's kind of a bitch move that he doesn't want to accept 5 rounds when even as a co-main he don't want to accept 5 rounds. Um, you want to fight for a belt, you want to stake your claim, like that's how you do it. Like you go out there, you win a 5 round fight, even if it don't go 5 rounds. You still took it, you still were ready for that. You get extra money for it. Um, so yeah, I don't understand. I don't fully understand his reasoning, but or the reasoning, but I understand their logic. And yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, some people just need all the cards in their favor as much as possible to win, but it's it's not going to be enough.
And I know the contract to sign and everything. This might be a silly question, but forgive me. Is there anything that maybe your manager can do to go to the UFC to be like, hey, look, all the reasons that you just stated why this should be a 5 round fight. Is there any chance that it gets switched to a 5 round fight, or is that it? It's done now. You're fighting 3 rounds.
No, it's three. We've already been there. Everybody wanted it, but he fully refused. Um, him and his team or whoever from his side, someone from his side, which obviously it has to involve him, like whether he was like hesitant and said yeah, and then his team was like, no, 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 we don't even want a hesitation, or he just flat out said no. Like I don't know. It's none of my business, but I don't know. Some people just, like I said, they want all the cards in their favor. Me, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm gonna come to your land, and I'm gonna do everything I can to put him away and do it very, very convincingly and make it very painful. That's my goal right now is to just make it very, very uncomfortable for him. And it's a tough task. Don't get me wrong, it's a tough task, but I'm up for it. Like, he does nothing spectacular, but he is good at what he does. He's got skills, obviously, but he's not as well rounded as I am, and I really think that's where things change. I'm fully tested. I've been through it all, and he hasn't. And we're gonna see how it feels, how he reacts. We already know he doesn't do good with pressure, which I know he's expecting crazy pressure, but I'm not gonna give him anything crazy. I can beat him in his own game. I can definitely beat him at my game, but there there's gonna be some blood, whether it's mine or his or both. But we'll see how he reacts when his blood's bleeding down his face. That's the goal. Well, I want to see how he reacts when his blood's in his face. He wipes his face and it's just a lot of blood in his hands. I know how I react. I know how it is to see my blood dripping. I kind of like it, but we'll see.
Do you think it's more likely that you submit him or TKO KO him?
I think it's more likely that I TKO him. I think maybe I can catch him in a transition. Um, I think if I submit him, it'll be later, but I can like end of the second, anytime in the third. I think I can submit him, but I think I can TKO him first, second, for sure. By the second, especially if I impose my will and my good positions. But yeah, I definitely think it's more likely to TKO him. He's not used to getting hit. He doesn't get hit a whole lot, but when he does, he definitely doesn't like it. He's good at evading, but how many guys has he fought the same size as him, the same length or longer? Like I I don't recall any off the top of my head. Maybe Edmund, and Edmund was kind of touching him on the feet from what I can recall. Like I said, I haven't watched tape and studied, but from what I recall, I remember him taking him down because I think Edmund was kind of touching him a little bit. And Edmund was just a boxer then with no ground. So, like I said, I can do it all. I can kick, I can hit, I'm strong, I'm fast. If anything, I'm just as fast as him when I want to be. I can change the tempo. I can do everything that he does, but I can do it probably better. And if not better, I can do it smarter. But that's all talk. We'll see if I can actually implement it.
Do you feel the importance of finishing this fight is crucial to get this victory? And you don't want to let it go to the judges.
I mean, in the back of my head, I think they're going to do anything to give him a decision, no matter how clear cut it is. They're going to do anything they can. But I'm not going to let that sway my approach. I come in to finish every single fight. Every fight I'm coming to finish, no matter what. Um, Even if I'm tired, I'm gonna, I'm still gonna give it everything I got. So my approach never ever changes. I come to finish, and that's that. I won't go out of my body per se to try to get the finish because I feel like, oh, he's gonna win if I don't. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna be me, win or lose. I'm gonna give my best and I really hope the cards fall in my favor. Like I really want to win. I want to win very, very badly. Um I know how close I am. I know how I've worked for this moment, unlike guys like him that have been given these big jumps in the rankings and stuff. I've worked my ass off to get here. I fought the best guys I could get. So um I just hope it's my time and the cards fall in my favor. But as I say every time, the only thing I can do is control my preparation, and I'm doing the best that I can. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be on fight night. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'll be ready. I'll be there, and I'm coming to fight. That's it. I'm coming to fight. I can't tell you what's gonna happen. I can't tell you how it's gonna happen, but I know unless he fucking catches me, it's gonna be it's gonna be hell for one of us or both of us. And I've been there before, and I'm prepared to go there again. The question is, how much can he take, and how much can he go, and how deep can he go? So I know myself. I know what I can do. I know it in training. I know it in a fight. He may know it in training, but he doesn't know it in a fight, especially at this level. So we'll see.
One last thing on Imavov. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the controversial stoppage over Cannonier. What did you think of that? Do you feel like he was kind of gifted a win?
I do. I think the punch that he landed was very nice. I think it was a beautiful punch, great timing. Um, Everything about the punch was great. Everything that he controlled at that moment was good. He was losing the fight. The scorecards were released. He was losing that fight. Um, I don't think Cannonier looked the best he looked, and I think he was fading pretty quickly. I don't know why that is, and I can't answer what would have happened in the fifth. I don't think nobody can. But the stoppage, I don't think was good. I think if Cannonier was super hurt, he would have fell down, fell over, something as he turned around and ran. You know, when he turned around and ran, he never wobbled, he never wavered like he was like drunk or anything. He ran back, went to the cage, boom, boom. Maybe he threw, maybe he didn't, but he was still moving. He wasn't getting hit flush. So yeah, I don't see intelligent defense. He intelligently defended himself. He never fell. He never wobbled like that. So I don't know, man. I think it was a bad stoppage, but that's a hard job, man. A ref's a hard job. So, and it's not Imavov's fault. At the end of the day, it's not his fault. So, do I think it was early stoppage? Yes. Do I think it was his fault and he can control? Or did he do anything wrong? No. He controlled what he controlled, and he got the finish.
All right. Yeah, well, I feel pretty much the exact same way for what it's worth. Last thing for me, I just want to ask you, have you decided on a walkout song? And if not, where are you leaning? Like, is there a couple songs maybe that you're going back and forth on?
Honestly, man, I haven't found anything that just kind of fits with me yet. It usually happens like late. Usually, like 4 weeks out, I'll have a few songs, and then probably like 2 weeks out, I'll settle. But right now, I don't have anything. I haven't even. Usually, I'll make a playlist for every fight of what songs are sticking with me, and I did that, and still I listen to it, and it just doesn't do anything for me. So I just deleted it. So yeah, I haven't done anything yet.
What's your favorite Lil Wayne song?
Man, it just depends. I like Fire, man. That's old school. Like I walked out to that. I think with Paul Craig. Um, fuck. Let's see. I'm thinking of some of I like the old school, like the Lollipop. The Lollipop album was one of my favorite albums. By Lil Wayne. That one has a lot on there. A Millie, that's probably one of my
Yeah,
favorites. Yeah, a Millie's probably one of my favorites. It sounds great with a good sound system.
no doubt. Yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. It'd be cool to see you walk out to Lil Wayne again. Obviously repping the same area, and I'm sure he would like it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was one of the reasons I walked out to him on my first like real main event, because I mean it was something that me and my brother had always discussed and stuff like that.
Awesome, my man. Well, Brendan, always a pleasure talking to you. I appreciate the time. Can't wait to see you back in the octagon here soon. September will be here before you know it. Before we do officially sign off, I want to give you the floor. If there's anyone you want to thank or anything you want to plug, the floor is yours.
As always, thanks, Brian. Appreciate your time. You the man. Shout out Monster. Appreciate you guys. Shout out Nevin. Go check them out, Nevin Eyewear. Buy one, get two free. And Kudo Popcorn. Best protein popcorn on the planet. Thank you guys.